Are you extremely strong-willed and you have leadership qualities? Then you might have an 8 in your numerology, because the 8 is here to guide, to lead, and to have charismatic power. So in this video, we're gonna explore the gifts and the challenges, but also how you can align that to your life. And if you don't know me yet, my name is Leandra. I'm a human design expert, but also deeply into astrology, numerology, and I work in the holistic health field. And if you would like to have personalized guidance, you can check all the links down below and all the other resources that I have available for you. So what is numerology? I'm just dipping shortly into it. And if you already know all of that, then you can skip ahead in the timestamps below. So basically, we're assuming that everything in this universe is energy, and therefore also numbers hold a certain energy or frequency. And your soul therefore chose to be born on a specific day, depending on the energy that was present on that day. So if you were born on the 8th, or of any other number, like 26, for example, that adds down to an 8, your soul core number, your birthday code number as it's called, is the 8, which means that is your core trait personality. But you also have a Lifepath number, and that gets calculated by adding all the numbers of the day of your birth, the month of your birth, and the year of your birth together. And if that adds down to a single digit number, which is 8, then your life path is an 8, which means this is more the journey that you're on. This is what you're here to learn, and that is what you're here to master. So if that's the 8, then that's you. And let's start looking at the gifts of the 8. So the 8 is extremely charismatic. It is one of the most powerful numbers in the whole numerology, but also the most karmic of all of them, because if you already look at the shape of it, it's like an infinity sign, right? So the saying, what comes around goes around, really works with the 8. Everything that you give in will come back to you at one point. And it is also about creating the balance between power but also integrity. It is also the power between the spiritual and the very material plane. So you are here to come to combine these two into yourself and to master the material plane, but also master your own integrity, your own spiritual path. And that comes through charisma, through leadership, through guidance. And ideally, this is a soft and gentle guidance, not a dictatorship. So you need to maybe also income internal battles where you want to have more on the material plane, but also still need to be a good leader, right? That leads with integrity and with kindness, and not getting too driven from the material plane. So it is super, super powerful, and you will probably work your way upwards. But money or material wealth is definitely a theme. So it can show up in both sides. It can show up in you really achieving a lot of money and financial success, but also you're losing a lot. And that is usually where the learning lessons come in the game, because money and power and wealth is a learning lesson for you, but also what you're here to accomplish. So beautiful energy if in alignment, obviously a little bit more difficult when not in alignment, and you will notice that all the karmic things come back to you when you're not in alignment with your 8 number. And that is where the challenges come in. So power struggle, that you are greedy, that you want more and more and you don't get satisfied. You push too hard, basically, and you reach borders because you're pushing and you're wanting things too much. So you need to learn how to balance. Again, the 8 with the balance is super important for you, so you don't overdo and you don't get pushed away from other people who perceive you as too much, maybe. So you are a lot in the best sense, you have a lot of energy, but if it turns into the negative part of things, into the shadow side, then people can maybe turn away. And actually you have a quite soft heart, but that always doesn't show from the outside. So you need to also learn how to open yourself up, make yourself emotionally a little bit more vulnerable, so you don't come across as this super hard shell or this super closed off person. And when we look at human design, which is just another language to explain these things, you might be a manifester. And actually, my closer surroundings, everyone that I know who's a manifester has somewhere an 8 in their chart, which is super interesting, or a manifesting generator, because these types are here to really manifest things, but they sometimes have a little bit of a harder shell, a closed-off aura around them. So there's definitely a correlation. Also, it could be that you have a defined ego center in your human design chart, which is speaking to having extreme willpower, extreme motivation, dedication, but also can sometimes go a little bit too stubborn, straightforward. So basically also what the numerology 8 is telling us. So overall, a super beautiful energy when in alignment, and maybe a little bit difficult when out of alignment, like everything, right? So it's always here that you see, where am I out of alignment? How can I go back to balanced leadership, great leadership that is here for the material wealth for myself, but also for others, and not on the cost of others. So I hope this helped you. Let me know if that resonates, and also what your human design is. If you have not calculated, you can use my free app Halo in the link down below. And if you have listened until now, you might consider subscribing and watching the other videos that I have on numerology and human design. And yeah, that's all for now. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope I see you next time. Bye.